What's up, YouTube? It's Robert, and I am talking about something way off topic today, and that is streaming media providers, streaming TV services. What are they? What do we do with them? Who? How? What? When? And why? And what the hell's going on with the channel, Robert? Fear not, fearless YouTube followers. The channel is not changing to some technology channel. Matter of fact, I'll give you guys something to hang on to. I just spent $2,000 yesterday at SpeedTech Lights ordering tons of lights for the new Crown Vic that we bought. So, there's that to hold on to. But on a more serious note, I want to talk about streaming TV providers. Y'all have heard about DirecTV Now, PS Vue, Hulu, YouTube TV, all that kind of stuff. And who do I go with? What's the content providers? What's available? What do I need to know? Basically, this is going to be about a 15-minute long video. We're a minute into it right now. And I want to tell you guys, if you want a simple answer, I'm going to give it to you right now so that you can not waste another 12 minutes of your life watching me babble. If you are great with technology and like new services, continue watching. If you want to sit down and watch TV and have a traditional television watching experience, and you are worth paying, and that is worth paying a little more a month for you, then keep what you got. Don't even look into the streaming providers. If you are a family that uses your phones, your tablets, and you're looking for something to watch the content that you are paying Comcast or DirecTV for on your big TV, and you want to watch those on that, as well as have content on your big TV, keep watching, and I'm going to give you some pointers and some tips. So, now that you've decided, I'm going to go from my Comcast box, my DirecTV service, my Dish Network service, whoever your traditional terrestrial provider is, and I'm going to go over to streaming media. Who do I have to go with? Well, there are a lot of providers out there right now. There's a ton. There's probably 50 different providers. But when you're talking about streaming media, the top providers are DirecTV Now, arguably probably the number one, Hulu, which is still in beta, YouTube TV, which is still in beta, PS Vue, which has been around forever, Fubos, which is the sports geared, I had them for a little bit, and Sling Media, Sling TV. Now, I want to note that I have Dish Network. We still pay for Dish Network. I still have my Dish Network box. The reason why my wife and I back in January started auditioning the new streaming media services was because we're getting tired of paying for this cable box that we don't really use a lot. I said, no, my wife, and I said, what do you typically watch on TV? And she said, well, I watch a lot of YouTube. I said, great. We don't have to pay for YouTube. We can just put that on the TV. But I watch these other channels as well. Okay, cool. So let's start looking at some streaming services because we're used to YouTube. And let's find out, let's really look at what we want to do. And I realized we're paying $240 a month for her to watch YouTube on the Dish Network box. Now, we haven't canceled Dish Network yet. I slimmed our service down to one DVR and one wireless Joey, which we don't use the wireless Joey because we own the wireless Joey, so we kind of get it for free every month now. And we're still paying $96 a month. That doesn't include HBO. That doesn't include Cinemax, Showtime, or Stars. That's just your basic, that's your America's Top 250, which is their top package before premium channel add-ons. Comparing that $96 a month, I get a DVR box. They provide the box, and I have to pay for that box every month. It's like $11, but they're providing that equipment. And then I get a dedicated stream from their satellite dish. So how much is it going to cost me to replace that package with a streaming service? I have yet to find a streaming service that provides all the channels that Dish Network package has. However, I don't watch all those channels, so that's not a big deal for me. We ultimately decided to go with Hulu Live. They're still in beta, but we decided to go with Hulu Live. It's costing us $88 a month. That is every package, all the channels they offer, all the premium add-ons with the exception of the sports, and then their upgraded cloud DVR. $88 a month. And that is 5 screens and an unlimited amount of profiles. I mean, my wife can have a profile, I can have a profile, we can have a guest profile, I can have 2 profiles if I wanted to. And you can watch that on phone, tablet, Apple TV, whatever your heart contents and desires is for. So we decided to go with Hulu, but not after doing a lot of watching and researching. So one of the ones that I went with originally was DirecTV Now. And I went with DirecTV Now because they were offering free Apple TVs if you signed up. So let's just flip over here to the Apple TV, and I want to show you guys kind of my gripes about the different services and what we ended up doing here. So this is the home screen of the Apple TV, and this TV, by the way, is a Samsung 8000 series 70-inch 4K set. This is a 4K HDR TV. So the first one we tried was PS Vue. I don't have a subscription for PS Vue anymore. Don't care about PS Vue, but if you want to look at PS Vue, just know that PS Vue probably has the best interface in the entire industry. I would say that PS Vue has one of the nicer, cleaner, smoother working interfaces. It is very, very intuitive, easy to learn. You can add favorite shows to your favorites. You can record things on a DVR like you traditionally do with a normal cable box. It was a very nice package to work with. However, their content is very limited. There's no A&E, there's no Discovery, there's no History Channel, no Smithsonian Channel. None of that I would want to watch is available, and their top package is $75 something a month. So that was something that I wasn't interested in. So we're going to go back over here to the main menu, and let's go over to DirecTV Now. Now you guys see all these different apps, and I'll explain those after I get done with talking about the content providers. Okay, now here's DirecTV Now. And it's loaded. See the picture quality? Good picture quality. It tends to load fairly quick. My only problem with DirecTV Now is, number one, I don't like the interface too much. It's very cluttered, I guess you could say. But then the other problem is they don't have a DVR. And they've said it's coming out. What they do have is, if you see here, they've got these arrows. They've got this 72-hour rewind where you can start something over within 72 hours. But you can see it's not on everything. It's only on certain channels. So like if you're like, oh man, I really want to watch Without a Trace, not too long. The Breakfast Club, nope, can't watch it. Farm Report, nope, can't watch it. Can't turn back. So you can't watch it over. Now, if you do see something you're like, hey, I want to watch this, you can start it from the beginning. All right? But you got to rewind all the way back to the beginning on it. And I'm sorry, actually you can't, not on this one. That's my other issue with this, is that it's just, you're very limited to what you can do with your television. I mean, if I'm paying the same amount for this service that I was paying for my dish box, and my dish box, I can skip commercials, but I can't on this, why would I pay for it? So that's my gripe with DirecTV Now. No DVR. You do have what's called a watch list, but you can't add everything to your watch list. I mean, like for example, let's go guide and say Roadhouse, and then scroll down here. You can't add it to your watch list. There's no way to add that to my watch list. Now I can go to I can go look and do to an on-demand program, add to my watch list, but I want to watch from the guide. This is why I'm paying for a streaming television service. My other issue with this particular service is the speed of the on-demand, the quality of the on-demand, and then just the overall viewing experience. My wife and I found ourselves going back to our Dish Network box more and more while we were using DirecTV service. You see right now it's frozen. It's not playing. And it can sit here for 2 minutes like this trying to buffer. Now, luckily it started. But you'll be watching, and then all of a sudden it'll pop up a message that says, cannot connect to the server, please retry. You hit retry, and it never will, and it'll take 30 minutes to watch a 15-minute show. We timed it. It took us an hour and 45 minutes to watch a 30-minute show one time. By the time we waited for it to reload and then play commercials again and all this other stuff that was going on, we just couldn't deal with it. So we have this for the next 2 months because we paid 3 months up front to get the free Apple TV, which if you look at Apple TV is $189. 3 months of service on here was $35 a month. Plus we got $20 a month off, $25 a month off with our AT&T phones. So we got an Apple TV for $35, which is the only reason why I even looked at DirecTV Now. So the biggest issue, like I said, with DirecTV Now was streaming. Now, DirecTV Now does offer a lot more content than any of the other providers do. So one thing you can do, if a channel is offered on DirecTV Now that you've got to have, but it's not offered on any of the other providers, you can download their app, like the A&E app. And then you can go to the A&E app, and you can watch the content on the native app. So you can go here and watch the show on that network's app. And you have to have a subscription to log in to the app, but it's available and it's there for you to do that. So that's one of the things that we found ourselves doing with DirecTV Now was using the app for that network. Now, the problem with that is you have to watch their commercials. You can't fast forward. See? Advertisement, 4 seconds remaining. You can't fast forward. There's no way to get around that. So they make you watch the commercials. So the other solution, and the one that I like the most, is Hulu. Hulu is awesome. I love it. Now, I was watching Independence Day a few minutes ago, and it paused Independence Day where I left it. So I'm going to start Independence Day back up here. Now, my experience with Independence Day, my experience with Hulu has been that it is designed for you. They don't care about the commercials. They don't care about making their revenue. They are there to provide you content, and that's what they're going to do. And I love it because I do not want to watch the same commercial about the Toyota dealership 6 times. I want to watch my damn TV show, all right? And that's what Hulu lets me do. Hulu lets me watch my content. The one thing that I don't like about Hulu is that the interface is very new age, so it's all visual based. So, for example, if you want to go look at the guide, you lose your show. But you can come down here and go look at what's coming up next. So you can sit here and, so I'm watching Action Max right now. And so it'll show me what's coming up next on the channels around there, right? So this is what's coming up on the Action Max later up. Now, the cool thing about this is like Space Cowboys. I can click there, and I can add I actually love this movie. I can add Space Cowboys to my stuff. So now when Space Cowboys plays, it's going to record it and save it to my DVR. You can't do that with DirecTV Now. Now you see that I clicked out of Independence Day, and it's taken me away from Independence Day now. But anyways, this is your lineup for Hulu. So this is your, quote, guide. And everything is in alphabetical order. So if you want to get down here into the, whatever you're looking for, HGTV. So now we're in Showtime. MSNBC, History, HBO. But you can also do what's called an A to Z. If I can get back up to the top here. There we go. You can go look A to Z. And it'll bring up all the networks that are available to you. So here's all the networks that we are subscribed to through our Hulu account. If you notice, you're missing all the Discovery networks. They're not here. We do have them on demand, however, so you can search for the show, and it will come up. See, Discovery, Investigation Discovery. So they're all there. They are hidden. So eventually, they're going to be integrated in as this becomes more popular. You're going to get more on-demand content. You're going to get more live content. The thing about Hulu, and I've been rambling for a little bit, so I want to kind of wrap this up. The thing that I like about Hulu is it's like Netflix and Prime. It's been around for a while, and their on-demand library is extensive, very extensive. There's a lot to watch. You are not limited to what is on your TV, what is live to watch, like with DirecTV now. You're kind of limited to what's live. I mean, you can watch the on-demand, but you can't. You got to know what you're looking for. Whereas this, you can be like, oh, that's cool. I want to save that, and like you used to with the old DVR. I want to record this, record this, record this, and I like that about this service. The other thing about the Hulu service that I so far so good, the streaming quality has been great, and haven't had any problems with buffering. It just seems to work, which is what it should do. Price wise, like I said, we're paying $88 a month. But for me, that's 5 screens, and that's 5 screens at a time, not like 5 devices. That's 5 streams at a time. So I can be watching, my wife can be watching, my father can be watching, we can have guests watching. It's just me and my wife. We'll never use 5 screens. So I'm really, really, really cool and excited about that. There's a whole other topic of discussion on what device do you purchase. We went with Apple TVs, because we're an Apple family. We have Apple laptops, we have Apple tablets, we have iPads, we have iPhones. My wife and I both have 10s. And so that fits into our life very easily. When I rent something on my phone, it shows up on my Apple TV. When I buy something on my Apple TV, it shows up on my phone. So that's why we went with the Apple TV. A lot of people like the Amazon Fire TV. And I've played with Fire TV, and it's really cool. It's a nice device. But I had to pick one or the other, and so I went with Apple TV. Fire's definitely cheaper. Apple's more expensive, but the Apple hardware is a lot better than the Fire hardware. So if you're looking for the top of the line, the Apple TV's the NVIDIA TV Shield's probably further up than the Apple TV. But as far as consumer going to Best Buy, purchasing something, Apple TV's it. Well, I've spoken way too much. This is like turned into a 17-minute long video. You guys are more than welcome to leave your comments, questions down below. I will do anything I can to answer them. I'm really loving the Apple TV experience and all the apps, and I could talk for an hour on this whole system and tell you about it. I love it. Real quick before I go, our setup here, because I'll get asked this a lot. We are running a Samsung 8000 series 4K 70-inch TV. We are running a Denon AVR 1150 receiver up there. The speakers are Energy Connoisseurs, a Energy Connoisseur there, twin Energy Connoisseur 10-inch subwoofers, and then I believe that's pretty much it. Oh, and then the lamp, my brother made the lamp. So anyways, I appreciate you guys sticking with me through this long video. If you made it to the end, congratulations. All you get is a thanks for watching, subscribe, all that good stuff. Love you guys. Peace.